Hi everybody, welcome to Dimitri's World Fright Night. I've no idea why I did that. Yes, I do. I watched Fright Night, the original one, a couple of nights ago, and the second one, both with Roddy McDowall in it, and what an actor. Fun, much better than the modern ones. And if you don't know Roddy McDowall, who he is, he's done tons. Nero in was it Nero? Some of the big American gold film era. He's also Galen in Planet of the Apes. An amazing actor. Anyway, I was going to do how I feel for the sake of our planet that we should have only 2 kids. And I'm not saying like China, where they but we have to consider the planet, and it is humans that are destroying our planet. Whether through pollution or whatever, it is a problem is coming very quickly. Mainly, also because of technology, and technology is going to take away the need of human resources in workplace, and what happens, So I got thinking about my country I live in, Britain, and of course we got elections coming up, and a topic that always comes up delicately or dubiously or fragilely or scaremongering, but however, is immigration, of course. And I'm actually just talking about immigration. I'm talking about the population of this country is too large for its resources, etc., etc. They do the various things. They blame elderly and things like that. But the NHS is swamped. Going off on one again. America. Okay, let's just talk about America. Britain can fit into America. I'm just doing kind of a few statistics with regards to human population. So Britain can fit into America 40 times. Okay, well, let's say because the deserts and things 35 times or whatever. But America, bearing in mind Britain has a population of 67 million. America has a population of 370 million. Think of that equation. So if you were to say 40 times 67 million, being in mind that America is 40 times bigger, the population of America on those statistics would be over 2 billion, nearly 3 billion. I was looking at other statistics. Poland, which Britain can fit into twice, almost twice I think. Poland's got a population of 37 million. France and Spain, both twice the size of Britain. France has a population of 66 million, bearing in mind it's twice the size. Spain, 46 million. It's, we are the 5th richest country in the world, but there are too many people. And people say, oh, there's too many elderly. Oh, a load of crap. I think the elderly make up about 18% of our population here. And I think under 20, about 15 million. It's not that. It's technology is taking away the need of humans. You've also, got other things. The NHS, doesn't matter how much money you plough into it, it will not recover to its greater glory days. It can't, because there's too many people. It's simple as that. And of course the nurses are paid absolute crap. I mean, what happened to the days where artists and nurses and doctors and were considered, teachers and things were considered, wow, and paid their worth. I mean, doctors are, but there's too few of them, and they have to work damn hard. We're over here in England. I don't know how it is in other parts of the world where you are. We have their doctors only allowed to see you for 10 minutes. So, and then you're lucky you've got an ailment and you phone up to book an appointment, and it's like, oh, we can book you in 2 weeks, 3 weeks time. Okay. You might be better by then, but you might not. You might be dead. Oh, we couldn't fit you in. Sorry. So And when they come to jobs in this country, when they say it's we've nearly got full employment, that's not true, because you've just got people on, in the statistics. I think people who are working part time. I think I might have said this before, but people who are working part time aren't included in those statistics. People who are claiming and working aren't included. People over 50. The list is endless of how many people aren't. Because then we got casual labour. Then we got zero working hours and all those kind of horrible things out there. It's not okay. So when it comes to immigration, I believe this, but I was. For example, I've done a lot of jobs, as some of you might know, and I was a motorcycle courier in the 80s and early 90s, and I mixed with a lot of Bulgarians, Romanians, Kiwis, and I've lived in a few countries, Poland, love Poland, Lanzarote, Germany, I've been about a bit. Immigration is a problem in this country, and do not give me the fucking anti-immigration thing, because I'm not. I'm half Greek, half English, wife is Irish, etc., etc. Immigration is a problem because I'm not talking about the higher jobs that we need. People from other countries for, because they're one of the things with I chop and change a lot. I apologise, but one of the things with nurses, for example, we're talking about the NHS a lot here, but nurses is they don't get a bursary anymore, so they have nothing to support them while they're training. But it's sometimes for years, which is so who wants to be a nurse? I wouldn't mind being a I actually applied to be a paramedic. Not apply. I was going to apply. Sorry, to be a paramedic a few years back, and a good few years. But they were something like you had to survive on £7,000 for a while. No. So I believe, and having experience in life that I've had, I believe that corporate companies employ not only indigenous people, but immigrants use immigration. I don't know the word immigrants, but use immigration for a cheap labour force. And so in that way, they don't have to hire the wages for the indigenous, because they are very hard-working people, more hard-working than the British. The British have become slightly lazy. But one of the things is the indigenous people of this country can't afford to work on minimum wage or low wages. You just can't survive. Paying rent, food, impossible. So it's easier for the corporate companies and the government and whoever else to have immigration and therefore have a cheap labour force. I used to know a few Bulgarians, for example. Nothing been on. I had a great friend called, I can't remember his name now. Oh well, anyway, great friends. And they were living, I think, 10 in one house, and they would save up money. Now, I believe he worked really hard for 2 years and went back to Bulgaria and bought a manor house for £30,000. It is a problem. It really is. The elderly, as I say, elderly make up 18%. And I'm really fed up with the elderly in this country getting hammered by society, saying they're the drain on nuts. Most of these elderly people are paid into the system all their lives. They come from the era where they saved loads of money. It's a load of tish-tosh. Yes, there's more people surviving longer, but the population's higher. So if you keep, and they say, well, hey, you need to have more kids or more population to expand the workforce, but that creates a perpetual circle, surely, because you therefore have population keeps expanding because you bring in a larger workforce to cater for the elderly people, and it just keep that is why you go back to, I'm mumbling, aren't I? That's why you go back. I'm going back to you should have 2 kids, and also with regards to population, if it would work, open immigration would work much better if all the countries in, say, the EU had the same economies. It probably wouldn't have the immigration we have now if that was so. So that creates a problem as well. So I don't know why I picked on immigration a lot there. If you can hear noises, my cat's going crazy down there. One of the cats. I'm not going to talk much longer. It is this country has too many people in it for its resources, for its housing, for education. The education system over this country has gone way downhill over the years because, quite honestly, who would want to be a bloody teacher with all what's going on out there with knife crime and the way they talk to the teachers, and the teachers can't do anything. It's you know, I'm a very proud half Greek and half Englishman, but I'm very proud of Britain and its you know, what it once stood for, and for some reason we're just made to be ashamed of that now, and you can't say anything without being called a bigot, a racist, or anti this or anti that, or you can't. What was it they said on the news today? You can't say uppity. You can't say somebody's uppity now because it's something to do. Don't get me wrong, my black friends. It's something to do with what black people say to black people, and only black people are allowed to say to black people. What? I mean, uppity means you're a snob or you're up your own beep beep beep. And what? So there's just anyway. I think the next time I do a blog, it should be more Christmassy or more happy, because it might come across as being a negative. I want to kill, destroy everybody in the world. You know, hopefully you would have watched my thing about the death penalty, because I do believe humans are. Or life is a battle between our soul and our animality, and you know, I think 1 in 5 people have frigging tattoos now. What? You know, we're going to be bloody spears going down the road next. No insult to people who got tattoos. You know, what is freedom? What is individuality? And what is represented? You know, what in your life? You know, who are you? You know, are you adhering to things? I'm going off on another tangent. So that's it. I'm just going to end. I've just rambled on. Probably made no sense at all. Is love this country. Population's too much. Don't believe what they say about the you know, employment statistics. And gotcha. So goodbye from us. Yay! Doesn't really like to be picked up. The other one does, Conan does, but this one doesn't. Anyway, going to love you and leave you, and hopefully I made some sense there. If I didn't, fright night.